Let's get the first half. Where is... I've started recording, Lee, if you want to join them together. I've started recording it. Exactly. I'll take a screenshot. It's exactly 45 minutes. It's actually made it a bit easier for you. Out the way. Shoo. Just put on the Discord for Lee, just before I forget. Right, Rob, I know you're panicking at your desk right now. Just because I've subdivided this twice doesn't mean it's going to stay subdivided twice. I'm going to decimate it down. It's going to be okay. The VOD quality is trash. Why is this weird seam in the middle? Oh, it's because... Jackman. Right. How much... Okay, so that adds an extra 1,000 polys by just subdividing it one more time. But does that link it up? Because if it links it up, then it's 1,000% worth it. Because then it's going to... Oh, it does link it up. But I don't need that many polys, not even close. Maybe I don't link it up. Because then there's going to be so many polys. Hold on, let's just take that down. The new stream graphics look great. Thank you very much. Shame Shelly's not there, but we'll get one next time. There's also supposed to be a chirp up here. But I'm thinking, I was just saying at the start, Rob, that I really like this style of Skylets that we've got going for the 2D designs. So I'm thinking about doing some more. I kind of want maybe add a new one every stream. So maybe I can draw, I don't know, the fawn or the grizzle here next to the grumble. I've got a chirp made and a shelly made, so I could probably put those around. Maybe shake them up every time, so there's different ones. So maybe instead of having Spike here, I could have the fawn. A few little things I could do. Right, the moon needs to go above the subdivision. I wonder if that's why this looks a bit funky at the top here. Right, let's just bring this in. Lovely. It is bugging me that this bit here is looking like that. There's also some weird clipping going at the top. It's fine. Right. Let's just apply these modifiers. And let's just start getting into the nitty-gritty. So we're going to duplicate that again, make a new collection, back up, because obviously you have a Control Z, quite a lot there. So I probably lost a bit of work. Oh, hide the backup. There we go. Let's apply that. Apply the mirror. Apply the subdivision. And, oh, nope. Go back. I forgot about the feet. How could I forget about the feet? They also don't look very circular anymore. Which is a bit strange. So the base of them is circular. So to circle. Oh dear. This is looking a bit horrifying. Yep, we've got some funky stuff going on here. I think it's just cause this stag's too high. You're drinking 50% Coke and 50% Fanta? What is that? Well, you've mixed them up, or you've got two cans next to you that you're drinking one at a time? I've got Tango and a cream soda that Lee kindly brought me. Oh, just gonna go back here. Pretending he's at Nano's using the drink fountain. I quite like these shaped feet though. Like, obviously not circles, but I quite like them, but I'm not sure if it'll work for the design. But I do like them. I don't think the Grumble's feet are perfect circles, to be fair. I think they've actually got a bit of a shape to them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Having none of that. Is he at home? Or is he at Nando's? The worst part is, I hope it doesn't come as a, you know, a bit of an insult towards Rob, but I can totally see Rob taking his work laptop to Nando's and just sitting in a booth. I can see it happening. I've somehow made the feet worse. I'm almost tempted to keep them the way they were. Like, they're not perfect circles, but they're little stumps. And I quite like the little stumps. It's got little stumps. Oh dear. I think I've only been to Nando's once. I don't think I was that keen, if I remember correctly. Nothing against Nando's. I just don't think it was my taste in food. If I remember correctly, I don't really remember much now. But just chicken. It is just chicken. Just chicken. All of it. It's just chicken. Whoops. Ah, okay. Another backup. Well, the same one, technically, I just keep deleting the old one. Right. Okay, I'm just going to quickly... Oh dear, what has happened here? I really don't like that seam, but I couldn't fix it with the mirror tool, so I'm just going to quickly get these, merge at center. There we go, problem solved. I'll do it myself. What we can probably do, we can probably go in and decimate just a little bit here, in which case I probably should have definitely kept mirror on, but it's fine. I don't think we're going to need this, because I highly doubt we're going to have... Actually, I'll do. Straighten all these out. It's going to look a little funky for a second, but it's going to be a-okay. Oh, should have left mirror on. I'm only working on one side, thinking that the other side's gonna it's gonna symmetrize, but there we go. I've got symmetry on now. Just don't want those weird normals popping out. That's all. Let's get those fixed up. That looks better, way better actually. What we can do now is we can build the head. And the head is very much like, it reminds me of Shelly's head. It's very spherical. So let's just add in another round cube. Music stopped. Let's add in another round cube. He's got quite a big head on the design. So I think we'll do the same thing. So what we'll do, similar to the last one, we'll just get rid of half these faces. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about that moss on the head idea. I really do like that idea. So I think I might carry that forward. Or at least give it a try. You know, give it a try at least. Sort of the try. Actually might suit a lot of the design work that Laura's been doing. Laura's been doing some really cool designs with chests and things like that. Like, you know, like not loot chests, but like those sort of chests. And she occasionally puts like a green tarp on top of them, so the green on the head might look a bit similar to them. It's really cool. I could even use a similar colour palette. Right. To be perfectly honest, that's pretty much spot on at the back. But I think I need to make it a bit flatter on the chin. So let's just get in there and change those up a bit. I'm going to put on proportional editing, just so I can grab these. I said I did want to choose something quite small because I haven't even been streaming for an hour yet, and I'm almost done the mesh. So hopefully, I'll be able to get into doing some texturing as well. Because I don't think it's going to take too long to texture. Might even, for quick, do the shiny version. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put the sort of shiny look to it, but you know, I mean, I'm sure we'll put an idea. I could put some markings on them. Just going to try to line up the neck here a little bit with the body. That's looking quite nice. About there. It does look pretty cute. My only concern is I don't really like it. Well, it's really small though. I don't like how the head sort of doesn't sink in to the shell. That's my own bad. I was meant to actually boolean that out at the start, but I completely forgot about it. So I'm wondering if I can. I wonder if I can boolean it now, but I feel like it's not going to work. I'll give it a go. Just experiment making the head a little flat here, which I quite like, because on the design the head's quite flat. He's very cute. He doesn't have a tail. Should I give him a tail? I feel like you should have a tail. We'll sort that in a more. Right, let's just quickly delete that. Not delete it. Duplicate it. Exactly there. And we're going to add a boolean. This is going to go weird. I just know it. We're going to grab that copy. Okay. Just going to apply it. Oh. I know what I've done. Hold on. I've booleaned the head into the head. The backup head that I made. So now if I do it. That's interesting. Oh. That might have done it. There we go. I'm not sure if it's worth it. To be fair, it does get rid of some polys. So, I mean, it's a sort of win-win situation. But it doesn't really add much to the design. Unless I can grab these faces here. See, this is where it's made some messy geometry here, which I'm going to have to go and fix up. This is just, we don't need these many vertices on this one bit. But I'm hoping that if I do this correctly... That's it. I might not do this. I'm not even sure if it needs it, to be perfectly honest. It's a very small detail that I could probably fake with texturing anyway. So... No. I don't think that adds too much. What I'll do when we get to the texturing phase is that I'll add a sort of fake shadow at the top of the head so it looks like it's going under. So that's fine. Besides, I might actually add some moss on the top so that'll cover up the seam. Speaking of which, let's have a little go of that moss idea. So if we grab a few faces, I just realised we don't actually need these back few faces here, so let's just bin these off. Lovely. You're not going to see them. I don't think he's going to be turning his head too much. So, providing I've got that sort of rotation that I need, up, down, that may be a bit... no, I don't think he's going to be looking down that far. Well, I say that far, I mean like this far. Like I said, I've got to try taking into account of animation. Oh, put the head back, please. There we go. Here's what we'll do. We'll grab some faces here. We'll Shift D, mesh separate. So we're just going to take those faces there. We'll go back to here. There's a little hat. And then what we'll do is, actually we'll take this face, and what we're going to do, we're just going to add some little notches in here, just to make it look a little bit more like, I don't know, moss. Moss wouldn't look like a perfect square, so let's just quickly add in a few little bits of imperfections there. About there. Oops. Oh, so I haven't applied the modifier yet, so it's not technically scaling it. So what I think I'll do is I'll apply a little edge loop there, and I'll just grab that edge loop. So extrude it a bit out, just a touch. Because what that'll do is when I shade it auto smooth, it should try curve those edges there. Now there's a bevel. Yep, there we go. It's got a little bit of moss on his head. I was going to say we could cover it up a little bit like that, but then all I see is the alien queen from Aliens, where like that bit of the shell covers the head. So I'm worried that might look a bit too menacing. So we'll put it back in a little bit. Obviously, we're not going to need these polys back here, so we'll go and bin those as well. Obviously, there's lots more details I could add. Could even put a bit of grass come out of here. But then I feel like it would look too much like the grumble, so I'm not entirely sure if I want to add that in. I'm thinking, could I sneak in a tail here? That would be way too big for a tail. Let's just add in an insert face. Would it be better than edge loop? That should not be making that big of a gap. Whoa. Witchcraft, thanks for subscribing for 3 months. That's still very small. I need to make that bigger. Hey, sorry, you're lurking. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry at all. Part of that. Little triangle shaped tail. Yeah, that's the plan. 100% not a meeting. And you're still joined. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so Rich, if you've missed the start, I'm essentially just quickly modelling a little sketch that I did in my sketchbook a few months ago. I had this little idea for a little hedgehog Skylet. He's going to be very small, so it doesn't need to be too detailed, but I thought I'd quickly model texture on stream. I thought it'd be a fun one to do, so you haven't missed too much. Witch in a meeting, a coven. Could be. A coven, could be. I know Rob has a minor little panic every time he sees me add an edge loop, but don't worry, they'll be fixed. I can hear him just slamming his desk. Like, no, not another one. I'm currently with peasants. Peasants? Oh! I was gonna say. That doesn't sound like a bad thing, having peasants. We'll put the tail straight, like really straight, so when I rig it, I can just control it a little bit easier. I was going to like point it down a little bit, but I was like, well, there's no point, because when I rig it, it's just going to make life harder. So I've done that 3 times, stop doing that, Jack. It's 0, no it's not, it's Y. Oh no, it's the wrong button. Hold on. One mention of what everyone forgets how to spell. Yeah. Rob does have that effect on people. Why would this work? There we go. All I wanted to do. There we go. Teeny tiny little tail. Well, that should be going way towards the middle. Thing needs to be a bit wider. I'm not so sure on that shape. There we go. Already looks infinitely better. He's coming along, isn't he? Right, I think... did I mention that I spelt my name wrong on an English exam? Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. How did you spell it? What did you write your full name, or did you write your technically nickname, Rob? Rube. You spelled Rob with 2 B's. Do you think you're just that special that your name's got to have 2 B's in it other than 1? Rob a bit. Oh no. Oh no. How did you manage that? You copied someone's work and then copied the name. It was very embarrassing. I can't imagine it would have been fun. Do you know what we'll do? I wouldn't usually do this. Woohoo! What is going on there? Oh no, sorry. Okay, it's a texture bug. I thought I'd ruined the face there. What I'll do is I will add eyes on. I don't usually add eyes onto the mesh because that's something that Rob does in Engine, but just for the sake of being able to see the full piece, I'll add the eyes in now, and then what we'll do is we'll just delete them at the end. Witchcraft has 0 level in sneak in Skyrim. No sneak levels. You put your name more than that one, quite literally. It was a valiant attempt, Witchcraft, all that matters. It was a valiant attempt. Oh dear. Just gonna get rid of some polys before I export this, before Rob comes in and manually does them all. Mate, and that one would have been more generous than what happened. Need to level up that sneak skill, man. Gotta put some levels into it. Failed your deception check. Loving all these D&D and Skyrim references. This is going to get rid of 200 polys. Damn, that's pretty good. Take that. You gotta think these spikes aren't going to move, so I don't really need any polys on them, so that'll save me a lot. I'm trying to think. I could probably get rid of this one. That's 64 polys. Does that make much difference? Oh, it does actually. What, this one? Was it this one that I deleted last time? It does make the geometry a bit messy. Oh wait, I haven't applied this mirror yet. Yeah, they asked me, I was like, no, there was no deception. Straight up just a court. Don't think I'm going to need this many in the feed. I'm going to be perfectly honest, this guy's probably going to shuffle. So I'm not entirely sure I'm going to need these little... Did I not bevel these ones? Hold on. Oh, I didn't. Check what you're doing. Pull it together. The truffle shuffle. So we should call him the Truffle. Ooh, Skylet idea now. I could make him look a bit chocolatey. Nice brown shell. Look like a truffle. That Loki would be a very cute name. Oops, don't want. I think we could probably get rid of those edge loops there. I actually think it makes it look worse keeping them, so I'm going to bend those as well. So the 32 polys gone. No, it's not a bad name at all actually. Truffle's quite a cute name to be perfectly honest. So I could definitely, I did say at the start that I kind of wanted to make a sort of brown sort of colour scheme here, so I mean, it's definitely doable. Right, 2,000, almost 2,000 polys exactly. That's not bad at all. I think it's quite small. I know Rob's going to come in a second and say make it 3 polys. Which I will say. I was sounding. Okay, boss. Oh, those... That's how close the legs are to the belly. Well, that's a change. That is way too short. The tail looks platypus-like. Yeah, it does a little bit, like a really short platypus tail. I can see that. Let me just try and get this belly in a little bit. That's better. I was gonna say, even for a little truffle shuffle, that's gonna definitely be a bit of a tough one to try to get to walk. So let's give him some more room. Whoop. Right, let's quickly UV on him. Give him a snout and call him. Give him a pig snout. I can imagine this creature being still on its back and adorably waggling its little legs to get back up. That could totally be an animation for him. 1000% could be an animation for him. Let me try this little snout idea Lee had. A pig. A pig truffle. That's a good idea as well. How big would Tom for the snout? I'm thinking that I wanted the eyes to be really close together, sort of like this Shelly. But having a little snout, he most likely will be hybrid. That wouldn't surprise me. About there. Let's have a look what we can do. I'm going to get a reference up. I know what a basic pig snout looks like, but I don't want to get it wrong. To be perfectly honest, I could probably just extrude a little bit and then just texture the snout on. I probably don't need to put that much work into the snout. Let's have a look. Symbiotic relationship with the species. Bushes are prickly. On this, guy can walk through them, gets fruit and can't eat them. Oh, that's cute. It's looking horrifying so far. Oop! Did I even have that on? There we go. I'm wondering if I even need to model this at all. I could probably just texture a nose on. Like, just have a little snout. What if I give him a nose? Hold on. Like a big nose. Maybe snout should be lower. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, I think it was too high. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to build like a fake nose, not fake nose, natural nose, but sort of like a snout shape. Because sometimes what I do for the Skylets is sometimes I build like a very quick nose, but then I do a lot of the texturing work on it. So you'll find on the it's a bit like a love heart. You'll find on the Keeper's design that there is a nose there, but I kind of use the nose to sort of accentuate a mouth. So and what we can do with this is we can apply a subdivide. Don't panic, Rob, it's fine. Like I said, I'm going to decimate it down. Let's just put this on here. That kind of looks cute. Put it a little bit lower, like you suggested. It does look kind of cute. And then what I can do is I can just paint on the snout bits at the front. So if I do that, bring this down a touch. It'll look cute and a bit stupid if the eyes are far apart. Poor little guy, man. As you wish. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, I don't usually model the eyes in, but I think I will. If you put the eyes above the nose, it'll look like a troll. You think? Give it a go. Like I said, I'll quickly just get rid of this back face. We don't need any of these. This is going to be completely behind the face. So we can completely try the eyes idea. I don't usually put the eyes in because Rob puts them in game with a 2D sort of icon. There's literally no point in me modeling eyes at all, but sometimes it's nice to see what it's kind of going to look like. So I occasionally do put them on and then just delete them before I export them. What I'll do is sometimes if these faces are too short, what I can do is I can just grab this and we'll just grab these faces and we'll just pull them out a bit just so I've got a bit more wiggle room here. We'll just plug them in there. I think I may have put that edge down a bit too low, so let's just grab this. Oh, where is it? There we go. Wait, can't you select edge groups in one go in Blender? Yeah, you can. So you hold in. Is it Alt? Yeah, Alt. If you hold Shift as well, you can set multiple. Which I'm not holding Alt. I'm holding the Windows key. There we go. Like that. Yeah. You can, but the stream has to last 3 hours. Exactly. I've got to do this really slowly. Right, let's get the eyes in. I don't care how high poly the eyes are, because obviously I'm going to be deleting them, so I'm just going to keep this for you and just up them. The eyes are usually like this, so let's just put them on. Once I've textured it, and I know it looks good, we'll just bin them. I do, yeah, I've got yeah, I've got to bleed out a little bit. These eyes are going to take about 2 hours, 2 hours a piece. What if I do the grumble eyes? The grumble eyes, I don't know if you've noticed, but the grumble eyes are probably the only ones that are slightly slanted. I'm not sure if Rob's done that in Engine though, actually. They are on the model. What if this guy has flat eyes though, like 90 degrees rotated? Well, in the engine he will, so in the engine it's going to look like this. Oop. So about there. So we kind of need to get it to a state. That's actually probably a good idea, actually, to try and do like this. So we'll look at it from the front view. We need to find a good spot for them. What I'll do, make this a bit easier to visualize, I'll alt transform these and I'll add a mirror. So there we go. So if I move one, should be able to move to there. There we go. In the y-axis. What do you mean, like flat? Like that? I'm confused. Oh, on the top of his head? Flat eyes? Oh, what do you mean, like almost like longer eyes? Is that what you mean? Rather than like tall eyes? Yeah. Well, the only problem with that is, it's a good idea, but we've only got one set of eyes for the Skylets, so we would have to make another set of eyes for them. I'm not sure if that's something that Rob would want to do. Not going to put him on the spot though. But yeah, we've got like a sprite for the eyes that Rob kind of so essentially when I rig it, I make an eye bone that's like right in the center. So when Rob applies it, it just puts the eyes right in the middle. So But I can essentially control where it's going to be, sort of. We can do extra eye types, just haven't yet. There you go. So you probably could. Looks like the mole. Oh, the guy from Atlantis. He's my favourite character in that movie. He goes, beware the dirt. Or something like that, doesn't he? He's digging up the holes. This guy looks very adorable. Right. That said, I'm probably not going to force Twitch on the eyes because they're probably going to get binned later anyway. But we'll keep them there. Beware the dirt. That's the one. I'm not going to be quite want to be able to unsee that now. Wait, where can I send images for the stream in Discord? For the stream? The Skystead chat maybe? Like I'm thinking? If it's technically Skystead related, so yeah, put in the Skystead stream, Discord. Yeah, let's get this guy quickly UV unwrapped. It shouldn't take too long. He's quite small, so I'm just going to do bit by bit. For the spikes, what I'm probably going to do is get the bases of them. So boom, 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 boom. Laura has showed me a really cool plugin that she uses, which saves so much time on UV unwrapping. So UV unwrapping is not as daunting as it used to be. And they usually, the unwraps are quite clean, so because when I first started modelling Skylets, I used to UV unwrap, or any model really, I would, obviously, I still manually UV unwrap it, but then I would essentially place the islands in places that I thought would be best, but at the same time, if you do that, you can sort of get inconsistent island margins, which isn't great. Oh, thank you very much, Lee. Oh, look. Ah. Oh. I can do. Well, I mean, I can do it for the model. I'm not sure if it'll come through in the game yet until we make more eyes, but I'm happy to do it on the model. I'll quickly do it after I've UV unwrapped these spikes. I'll try it. Get some sort of like what's I'm looking for? Like thinner eyes. He's either going to look like he's super chill or he's like giving someone the death glare. We'll only know when we put them on, so I'll have a look. Is that right? Hold on a minute. Oh, it is. I thought I left an edge loop in this one. About an hour and a half into the stream, making pretty good time. If the model's almost done, I can start texturing. So I'm not gonna rig and animate them today. Well, depends how fast the texturing goes. But I do want to get it textured up. I'm pretty much done. Manually UV unwrapping. Yeah, literally. So when I first started, like a long time ago, is that I would manually UV unwrap it. Obviously, this is technically manually UV unwrapping anyway, not using the smart UV unwrap tool. But when I say manually UV unwrapping, I mean when you would place your islands manually. So you know you kind of know how big you want certain islands to be depending on what detail you're going to have in them. So this island for this shell would be very big because you want as much detail in the shell as possible. But then Laura showed me this really cool plugin that sort of does that for you. I still occasionally tweak it up myself, but the plugin's really good at being able to read where to put this, how big to make the islands. So I occasionally use it. It's quite handy. Does every Skylet use an individual texture map? An individual texture map or like a UV map? All the UV maps are different. Texture maps are also different. They're all different colours, if that's what you mean. I might be getting the wrong idea. Oh no, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to select these ones. And then we're going to Yeah, UV map. They all have different ones. So there we go. So yeah, they all have different ones. Just because I quite like to have the control. I don't think there would be a way to make them all the same. To be fair, they're all different meshes, so I don't think I'd be able to pull that off. If there's a way to do it, I'll be very surprised. I should have probably marked some seams before doing all these. I'm risking it a lot by losing all these seams here, but I'm kind of on autopilot now. Oops. Oops. That was that plugin that Laura showed me, actually. It was gives you more options when you open up the toolbar. I'm yet to utilize it to its full advantage, but I know Laura definitely does. Is that all of them? Mark seams. Kabam. That's the big bit done. Get the head. Oh, she did those eyes real quick. Are these still mirrored? Right, so you're saying there should be more like, let's get that reference up. So they're quite, okay. Look at these high poly eyes. That's horrifying. Oh, I've got proportional editing on. He looks really tired. Oh, for sake of texturing wise, not texturing wise, but for the same of style wise, I'll keep them the same for now. But literally, I can just squish them after the texture's done. The texture map. Some artists unwrap and place their UV shells on one tile and then use one texture file to colour all the models in one go. All the models in one go? What, even if they're all different colours? Different sort of styles? I've never heard of that workflow before. Is that when you put it into Photoshop and you paint it by hand? Oh, no, I don't use that. I do all my texturing in Substance Painter now. I used to do all my texturing in Texture Painter in Blender. Then I realised that Substance Painter is a lot better. Laura uses Substance Painter and she's given me quite a few little tips and tricks. So I've had a little boost in catching up. But I quite like Substance Painter. It's very much like Photoshop, and I'm very comfortable in Photoshop. So I kind of snapped into it quite quickly. You know, it's quite layer based, so I don't really have a problem catching up. I think I could just leave that UV map. You know, that's probably. Oh no, hold on, get rid of this face. So that's probably going to UV map it flat, so that's fine. As for the super high poly eyes. We'll just add a seam here. I don't really care about making the seams too good here because like I said, these are going to probably be binned. So let's just mark seam. That's got a mirror on it, so that should just do that manually for me on the other side. As for this, I think we should just add. Oops. I think we should add some edge loops in here, like so. I think I used to use Smart UV unmapping when I first started here, but those models have been updated with the manual ones because I thought just Smart UV mapping was the way forward, but it breaks it up to too many islands. There's just too many islands to break it up into, and it's always better to have, you know, I think so anyway. It's always better to have, you know, not too many UV islands as you're just taking up unnecessary UV space. So I quite like just manually doing them. Gives me much more control. Oops. Maybe add a split in the middle of the chest and then flip one in the UV, and you can paint one half the colours into the both. That makes sense. Yeah, so are you saying that you want me to add an edge loop in here so that it mirrors it in when I use the texture, when I use Substance Painter? I don't actually need to. Substance Painter can actually read that, because it doesn't read it off the edge loops. It reads it off the center of gravity, the center of the mesh. So providing the mesh is centered in Blender, it'll bring it centered into Substance as well. So I don't need to worry too much about that. Unless I'm terribly wrong, but I'm assuming that's what it does. I don't think I've ever had to apply anything like that. Woohoo! What button did I just click there? That was definitely one of Laura's add-ons. I said I'll eventually get used to them all. I'm just gonna. That makes sense. Coming from a Photoshop painting workflow, it's easier to mess with theories. Yeah, I can imagine it is. I've never actually tried Photoshop texturing. Do you have any? So what kind of things do you model in? Well, not model. What kind of things do you texture in Photoshop? Have you ever had to do like a sort of creature design in Photoshop? Just realised these feet aren't flat, and it's going to bug me. So I was going to quickly flatten those out. So let's grab these. I'll try this with, is it Z? Nope, it's not Z. X? Nope, it's not X. Scale Y 0. That should be working. Is it because I've moved it from its center? Hold on. Apply all transforms. Yep, that was why. Not yet a creature. Low poly and environments. Ooh, that's interesting. What kind of environments have you been doing? If I may ask. Is it like sort of like a sci-fi theme or fantasy or things like that? Scale tool in component mode. What's that? Sorry for the squeaky chair. I think I have the most squeakiest chair in the office. I think Rob competes for second. Same time move. Right. There we go. That was a Skylet modelled in an hour and a half. Not too bad. Mostly building stuff, different genres, made art for a game called The Wear Cleaner. Cutesy gore but low poly office prop. I don't think I've ever tried. Well, never tried. Do you mean when you say low poly? Do you mean low poly as in like it's actually low poly in terms of like the models and stuff? Why is there 3,000 polys on this now? Oh, it's the eyes. Doesn't matter. Do you mean like the low poly style or the design, like the overall the poly count is low poly? Because there's definitely a really cool low poly design that I've always wanted to try, which is sort of makes it look like low poly count. It actually makes it look sort of like PS1 graphics. I think there's a company called is it Puppet Combo that make like horror games, but like they have like a really cool style of game. What do I even call this guy? We'll call him Truffle for now. Call him Truffle. Why not? Right, providing I've done this correctly, which hopefully I have, this should be clean. Lovely. And this add-on, which is called, I don't know what it's called, UV Packer, but essentially, if I set a 2K texture map, pre-rotate 90 degrees, put the padding, which is the margin between them. I usually go for about 20. Might be too big for this though. Pack. It's alright, it's not really utilising much space, so if I do a 45-degree angle. And let me just quickly check. There's a seam in the middle of the shell. This red line. I'm missing something. The red line is the what do you call it? The seam mark. That's not on the mesh. That's just like a it's UV seam. Wait, oh, we can see UV seam. Am I being blind? Oh, sorry, this. Will this show in... Oh, I know what you mean. No, so what we do in in Substance Painter is use something called infinite dilation. No, it won't weed out, because we've got infinite dilation, so it'll bleed across the UV map, so it'll be fine. I was confused there. I was like, where's the seam? I couldn't see it. I was getting panicked. Yeah, we've got 2K. Let's take off pre-water. BRB. Don't be silly. It's all good. I would rather you point it out than not point it out. There we go. That's quite a nice clean UV map. Like I said, usually I would do it manually, but that is pretty much how I would probably do it anyway, so it's quite a handy little add-on. So I'll do. See the panic in my face there, Lee? It's because I haven't saved this once. I've modelled this start to finish without saving it once. Whoo! That could have been bad. I was in the floor. It's fine. Oh, Blender's got an autosave feature. Did not realise that. Heavy breathing, exactly. Export FBX. Whoop, over here. We'll save this as Truffle FBX. Let's get him textured. Right, just do all save. Panic, exactly. I didn't panic too much because, like I said, Blender does Blender does have an autosave feature, so it's fine. Well, an autosave, it's sort of like a restore, so it's fine. So I wouldn't have lost it. Me saving has. Oh yeah. I'm the same. I don't know why I didn't clock into there, but yeah, I usually click Control V quite a lot. Control V, Control S. Right, here we go. Let's get him in. Oh, before I even do that, face orientation. Faces are fine. Right, file, new. I'll just pin this over here. Five to 6 times out of 4. Oh dear. There he is. I'm not so keen on the moss, not the moss design, but like the actual. Well, no, the moss design. I'm not so keen on the how, like, almost lined off it is. Cat never. Man, didn't know how to cat walk with PC power button. No, but I have. Pardon me. I have had my dog, boop the power button on the Xbox. He's done that before. A betrayal of my trust for sure. Peek. The doggos do know how to get attention. That is for sure. Right. Ugh, I'm not so keen on this now. Yeah, let me quickly fix that, because that's something that I might not be able to fix after texturing. Miso was pulling at the PC right this morning when I got through the pavement across the bike. Oh! That could have been bad. Yeah, exactly. Just try to save your money. Oh, I'm being so silly. Couldn't I have just... Couldn't I have just extruded the face off the top? Like, couldn't I just extruded this? Why didn't I just extrude this? I would have saved so many faces. I don't know why I didn't do that. What was I thinking? Let's do this. Got a cool haircut going now.
don't like it. Don't like either one. Maybe I should just paint it on. I could probably just paint this on, right? I could absolutely just paint this on. Why have I got this? Oh dear. Yeah, I was going to, but then I was like, I don't really want to add any more polys to it. It's supposed to be really small, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna maybe look weird drawn on. Oh, maybe add an extra edge loop where the moss meets the skull and scale it in a bit. What do you mean, like here? Oops. Oops. I was doing some funky scaling. No, on the updated version where you extrude the top of the skull. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Do you mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. You got that? Give definition. Yeah, that's a good idea. See how it looks. See if I could do it this, couldn't I? I could just make this small extrude here. Yeah, that'll do. Back in a bit, maybe. I don't know. I was very indecisive, Rob. Yeah, good idea, Fibble Weaver. Thanks very much. Probably have to Gonna have to re-UV unwrap that now. That's fine. Don't know why I couldn't say that for. I think if I do this should work out pretty well. I think. We'll see. Only one way to find out. Deleting back faces always seems intrusive in my... What do you mean? Back faces? What do you mean, when you try to decimate it down? I think that's okay. Check 190. There we go. Yeah. It's not the most funnest of tasks, is it? Because then, remember I had that problem when we were modeling the grass at the start. I'm just wondering, how have I got an edge loop over here? I could probably just get rid of these faces. Oh no, because I want a bit of bleed room actually, because I do want a bit of bleed room. If I move the head too much, then it's going to start clipping through. My apologies, forgot about those faces there. Oh, woohoo, what's going on here? I have missed a spike. Where's that? That's a spike, right? It's the tail. I didn't do the tail. Silly me. How could I forget the tail? Shame on me. There we go. Much cleaner now. I had to bring it away from the edges just a touch. I just don't want to clip it out. Just in case. Just going to save this one over the old one, and we'll put it straight back into Substance Painter.
Now we do the fun part. Actually, if you're interested, these are the sketches that I did. They're literally just one page that I get these two tiny. I was going to fill the page, but I've done it yet. If I hold that, there's the first one I was going to do. There's the second one, and where's the sizzle? The sizzle's there. Yeah, literally on a random morning, when I was just thinking of ideas, just quickly sketched three little guys in the book. They're super small. They're probably smaller than my thumb. The sketches, but I can't believe I actually modelled one of them. Music stopped. The third one in law is a personalised artichoke. What's an artichoke? Is that a Pokemon? Oops. Your thumb or mine? Oh, Lee, don't. Monster. What's a vegetable? See, as soon as you say it was a vegetable, I was like, oh yeah, it's a vegetable. It just sounds like a Pokemon. It just sounds like there's been so much discussion about Pokemon, I just immediately assumed it was a Pokemon. It does. Let's keep going down the wrong way. Luckily, Lee bought me a cream soda. Very kind of him. How loud is that on the mic? I'm just surprised I did that pretty close to the mic. Right. Colours. Colours. That's how I think. Let's get some references up. Like an advert for the cans. Do you know what's funny, Lee? Right, you sent me this. Right. We don't have a purple Skylet. Do we? Do we have a purple one? No, I don't think we do. Purple and brown go together. Just saying. Just saying. Shiny Spike's purple. Yeah, it's true, but he's not a base colour. He's red. I'm thinking purple body, brown shell. See how that looks. I'm just going to mess around with some colours for a bit. What if the spikes were gem-like? Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that's such a good idea. We're doing it. Let's give it a go. Ooh. What have I done here? Oh, I've applied the colour of the normal map. Whoops. Right. Okay, let's go for like a washed out sort of brown here. Turn the roughness up. That looks terrible. Right, here's what we'll do. Go for a brown. And then what we'll do is we'll make another brown. We'll grab this, make it a bit lighter. About there. We'll add a generator. Nope, no I won't. We'll add a black mask. Then add a generator. Is that doing this right? Yeah. Then we'll have a gradient. You can see the gradient if we do this. So if I put it about there. Looks like chocolate. Well, he's called the Truffle. Well, that's what he's going to be called, but that's what I've been calling him. Right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add in... We'll keep them shiny, just for... Obviously, they won't be shiny in game. Well, they probably will be a little bit shiny. That could be the emissive as well. For the shiny version. Oh, you might have stepped on gold here, Fable Weave, I'm not going to lie. Let's get a nice pink. Ooh, boy. That's very... Woohoo.
what we'll do, add a black mask. We're going to quickly apply, take this ring off, I can't scratch me out. Take this, we'll put on a wireframe so we can see where these spikes are. Yep. And then what we'll do, I should probably get the Wacom tablet out for this. We'll add a black mask, and we're going to go on to UV. Now that I've actually made these separate UV islands, I should be able to... Obviously I'll blur these out, make them look a bit better. This might be a bit bright, to be fair. It's looking pretty nice. Let's add a filter, add a blur, and what this should do is it should blur the mask out. There we go. But it's only doing it... Oh, what's it doing that for? Why is it only blurring a few of them? I forgot to apply the blur to the colour. That's weird. I've done this before. I'm trying to think how I've done it. Filter. So it applies to that one, but nothing else. Sent a gem reference on Discord. Oh, thank you very much. Let me have a look. Yeah, I quite like that. Like the dark purple with the sort of lighter highlights. So if I make this dark from the start, so about there, and then we'll add in highlights to it. I'm just trying to think how to actually blur it. Because that should be working. You've got a point, but it is a little bit too dominant. Here's what I'll do. Give me a second. So blue, I make sure it's broken with it come out of. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just grabbing the Wacom tablet so I can paint. Let me see what I can do. I like to use a certain brush for the Skylets. It's a nice, nice soft brush. This one here. So what we'll do is I've got a new layer already, and we'll go in, symmetry's on, there we go, and we'll get a nice, we'll turn this to base colour. So that means I can do is that I can grab the exact colour, which is there, and we'll make it a bit lighter. I've got a base colour, no, not base colour, material. What we'll do, it'll just, I can be quite rough for now. I'll show you why in a second. So like that. Wacom MVP. I've got a really nice one at home. This is really nice, this one, but I like the I quite like the on-screen ones, and I've got a big one at home that I like to use. Can't really bring it into work, it's a bit too big. But that's what I usually use to paint. So I'm being really messy right now, but that's okay. Because what I'm going to do, once I've painted all these in, is that I'm going to black mask it out so that it only applies to the brown section, not the crystal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a bit of a darker shade to under the whiter shade, so it looks like, so it sort of looks like a rim light, if that makes sense. But you know, we'll see. Yeah, there you go. I'll just think alike. That's the plan anyway, but we'll see how it goes. It's quite nice in Substance because that's the thing that I didn't like about Blender, is that Blender doesn't have layers, so I can be very destructive here. So you know, I can kind of not worry about how I'm painting. It kind of takes the stress out of it. But in Blender, it's only one layer. So if I mess something up, I'm going far back to fix it. Otherwise, I've got to, you know, try painting over it. It's like working on, you know, a real canvas. You know, you've only got one sort of shot. Obviously, you can fix up a canvas, but it's, you know, it's quite difficult. It's like turning off a layer in Photoshop. But it's very similar to Blender in that regard. Trying to think of what colour I want to do the body. When I say the body, I mean the under the shell, because purple and brown is such a nice colour palette. I'm thinking maybe like a creamish colour, so it's not too intrusive, you know. Just thought what I can do once I've, you know, got these sort of the design down, what I could maybe do, because you know what else goes well with brown is blue. So the shiny version, I could maybe make the crystals blue and have them glow. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a black mask. Just going to apply it to these so it doesn't hit the shell anymore. I'm going to apply the blur should work for this one. What the blur does, it's not so much, I don't want it to spread. Oh no, I've put on the wrong one. I don't want it to spread, I just kind of want it to smooth out the paint strokes a little bit. That's what I use it for. It's quite handy for that. There we go. So if we just do something like that, then what I can do, I can go in again, go to base color. Maybe do the shiny version, the normal one's blue. The normal one's blue and the shiny version. Do you know what I've just thought of though, as soon as you've said that? All I can think of is Godzilla. Because he was blue and then he turned purple. So I'm quite worried in case he's going to end up looking like a mini Godzilla. So what we'll do here. Apply a nice dark shade around the edges here. Similar to what I've just done with the white. Whoops-a-daisy. Have you, Fable Weaver, have you used Substance Paint before? Are you aware of like the emissive tools you've got in it? Because they're quite fun. Laura did teach me a little bit about them. And it can be very addictive using them. Yeah, it's a very fun tool to use. Do you have any in mind, Lee, to when you want me to stream till? Obviously, I'm happy to go on for as long as you want me to, but if you have something planned, then I'm happy to stop sooner rather than later. Just thought I'd best ask. Oops. Did that a bit too close. Did I miss a white one here? Oh my goodness, I did. Well, that's infuriating. To be fair, purple is actually quite a nice choice of colour, because purple also, of course, goes really nice with green. So it should look really nice on the moss. I've missed 2. How have I done this? Oops. How have I missed 2 of them? Or like sort of like cracks, do you mean? So like, obviously better than that. With a more finer brush, was that what you mean? Like little cracks in? Yeah, yeah. Definitely a good idea. Oops. Cracks are quite easy to do, so I won't do that. What I want to do after this bit here is I kind of want to go in and add some depth to the crystals. So I kind of want to, yeah, like shell panes. Yeah, I don't think I'll do shell panes. What are they called? Panels. I don't. Why did I read panes? Oh no, because it's typed of panes. I don't think I'll do shell panels because that's going to look like a tortoise. Like a bit too much like the grumble. I think I'd rather make it look a bit more rocky. So I think that's going to be the plan. Let me just quickly add in. Oh, don't paint with blue on. Oh dear, that could have been troublesome. That would not have been a fun time. Right, so we've already got like a turtle character, right? So I kind of want to mix it up and do a hedgehog, fantasy hedgehog. Probably should have done these strokes a bit thinner. That's fine. Scoots. Is that how you say it? Scoots? Is that what you name for them? Usually I would name my layers, but for the sake of quickness, we'll just we'll just keep piling them up on top of each other for now. I'm hoping this dark shade is going to add a lot of depth here. Obviously we've got quite a soft highlight to the ridge of these crystals here, as you can see.
where it connects to the sort of shell. So I think the plan is, when it comes to the finer details, I'm going to add a really thin rim light to the edges, just so it kind of, you know, shows that it's a fake reflection, but you know, there's light coming from these crystals. But it'll definitely help it stand out a bit more. This design in my mind has definitely gone from a good 8 to a 10 with those purple crystals. I didn't. Kind of wish I thought of that. Such a good idea. The thickness of the brush should be reduced. Might be onto something. See how it looks when I blow it? Because like I said, I'm going to apply highlight to the top of the crystal as well. So we'll see how it looks. I'm going to trust the process for now. Doesn't look too good. It's all good. Like I said, working in Substance Painter isn't too destructive. So we should be all good. I would usually be a lot more careful, to be fair, but I kind of want to make, you know, a decent amount of progress on stream, because I quite like when I'm streaming to like actually show off the start to the end. Obviously, when the stream is done, I'll probably go in and make some finer details myself, finer touches. But I think I did that with the it was the shiny Skylets I did. I think it was the Truffle. Had a few issues, but you could kind of see what was going on, what I was trying to get to. So I ended the stream because I was streaming for a while at that point, and then I think I jumped off and made the fixes myself. Apply the filter to the wrong place again. I keep applying it at the black mask. Oh yeah, he's going to be very small. Yeah, so in my mind, obviously Rob might make it bigger, depending on how you want it to look. But in my mind, this is going to be like Tor size, maybe Chirp size, to be fair. So I think we're trying to throw in some more variation to these Skylets. We've introduced 2 flying ones recently, which is the Big B and the Truffle. They're really fun to do. Technically Snarl. He doesn't fly, but he's got wings. So Chirp is currently small. Yeah, Chirp's very small. Chirp is unbelievably small. So I think Chirp deserves a friend. So that's what I'm going for anyway. So if I may ask Hybrid, obviously you can't say Snarl, but do you have a favourite Skylet? Same to you, Fable Weaver, if you've played or seen the designs. Yes? Is that yes? You do have a favourite? Oh, yes, you've played the game? You see, it's wrong for me to pick my favourite, but I do have a favourite. I can pick between your children. All a fave. Oh, you played at EJAX? No way! Did you speak to any of us when you were at EJAX? Like on the live stream? I think so, yeah. I think we all manned it. I think I did a lot of the afternoons. Been lurking since. Great to hear. Ooh. Why is there like a shimmer on there for? Oh, am I pink and shiny? It doesn't matter because when I export it, I don't export the roughness map. I think I've been pink with a shiny brush. Have I? What's make? Oh, there. What is this? That's really weird. It says it's max roughness, yet it's shiny. God. Previously I was leaning towards Grizzle, but now I've got to go with Sizzle. Good choices. Sizzle's up there with one of my favourites, I must admit. I don't know, I've always liked the bow design, so I think the Sizzle was just, I don't want to say an improvement, but I do love the design of the Sizzle. Oh, I keep changing the roughness map. Let's get those in. Right, as for the body, I haven't done with the shell yet, by the way. I'm kind of just filling in the bases for now, because I do want to add in those light strokes to the crystals as well, make them look very fantasy-esque. Just gonna try to get the base colours in a little bit. So I think we're gonna go with a cream for the body, or at least to start with. Maybe not that cream. Right there. What if the shiny had purple eyes? A good idea again, but it's one of those things where we would have to make different sprites of the eyes, which I don't think we have any problem with. I think it's just one of those things that we need to prioritize. I'm not sure of this colour. What if I colour drop the shell real quick? I've got a feeling he's too, I don't know, don't say plain, but it doesn't really stand out to me. That's quite nice. Ideally the whole thing. Ideally. But nice. I'm not going to stress too much about it because this is just the base colours I'm doing. Even technically this crystals are still base colour. Yeah, seeing it from distance, that's an important part as well. I'm just going to use the mouse for this, it's a straight line. The reason I leave wireframe on is for things like this when using base colour, because you can't see the seams. So it makes it a lot easier to be able to see.